I'll record. Let's see. Okay, I got it started now. I'll record a couple minutes of it before I jump and go run in the house real quick, and I'll let you see what it does. I did kind of move I did move my receive down just a hair, and I'll record it both ways, and you'll see it in there. So you'll see how it goes. I know yesterday I went to upload a video. It was one I recorded off the screen, and it was it recorded it in a real high definition because I wasn't on the camera. I was recording straight off the screen. But man, that thing, you talk about took forever to upload. That thing was, that was hours on end, that one. But hopefully this one doesn't do as quite as much. But yeah, I'll record a few minutes, and then I'll stick it up there later on. You can see the difference in this mic, Kiyosaki.
Hey, QSL there, Larry. Well, I do want to thank you for doing that. I really appreciate that. That kind of gives me an idea of what it sounded like. I didn't know, when you're on the other end of the mic, you really don't know unless you got talk back, and I really don't think that's too true to how well you sound or how well you don't sound. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Talkback is, I don't know. It does. I guess it'll give you somewhat of an idea of what it's doing in a perfect world. But it's better to get it off the air, or even if recording it. You picking it up yourself. You get maybe an RF sniffer and stick it on the last. On the antenna lead on the line that goes out, pick it up right there, and that's a pretty good way. It'll give you a real good idea what's going on once it goes through everything and all that. But yeah, no problems on that. I was gonna split for a second, but no big deal. I can, like I said, I'll record a few minutes, and you can check it out here probably later on today, Kiyosaki.
QSL there, Larry. Yeah, like I said, I definitely appreciate you doing that. That kind of gives me a good idea of what I sound like there. Not that I can do too much as far as changing the audio, but maybe getting a little closer to center, maybe. That's the only thing about these Rangers I don't like. You got a frequency display, not a frequency counter, and had I known that when I bought it, I probably would have got something all different maybe, but I'm still happy with the radio, but like I said, when you want to verify the frequency, stays right where it is. It don't move unless you do it manually. But like I said, go if you're right on or a little bit off. But when you got to adjust to so many different people, it's hard to stay tuned in there at QSL.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing that's why normally I run the receive real wide, so I don't really have to touch it up that often. When it gets noisy out there, I'll narrow it down. Sometimes if I got it too wide, it gets too tough. When there's a pile up there, so I'll narrow it down and kind of focus it on somebody. But I did move it down from 5950 to 595.95. It seemed to be a little bit better right there. So like I said, it ain't much, and everybody's a little bit different. There's not too many stations that are exactly dead on the money. They're all out there a little bit. Even if I listen to this radio on another one, this one sounds off to me. Just a hair, but like I said, no worries though. It's all good on this side, Kiyosaki.
Like I said, when you're adjusting constantly, and which I do a lot, because when I'm talking to somebody, I try to adjust to them the best that I can there. And like I said, you said it yourself, everybody's a little bit off. Nobody's right on, because this is the way it is, I guess. And sometimes it's just the airwaves, you might sound on for a little bit, and then the airwaves change a little bit, and then you sound off, but anyway, I appreciate you doing that, Larry. It sure is nice of you, and I always enjoy watching your videos there online there. Like I said, I do love your radio. Excellent audio, and all the meters and stuff on that radio. That'd be like Christmas lights to me.
Yeah, you got to see it in the dark. It's talking about Christmas lights. I do have some Christmas lights strung up around. I used to have some little multicolored ones I picked up at a swap meet for like 50.